Want to get into a top-rated school in the North Shore without paying top prices? Check out Glenview. And be sure to share this video with anyone that you love who is interested in moving to the North Shore and looking for top schools. Disclaimer, I live in Glenview, I work in Glenview, and so I'm incredibly biased here, but I know about all the areas and the schools and the housing stock my family chose to live here, and these schools were a big reason for that. So let's start with the elementary schools in Glenview. So for each of these schools, the primary K through 2 and 3 through 5 are split as a primary and a secondary. And a lot of these schools just completed massive renovations and expansions and are now all featuring full-day kindergarten, so there couldn't be a better time to get in. So on the east third of Glenview, you have Lyon Elementary as K through 2 and Pleasant Ridge Elementary as 3 through 5. In that the middle third, you have Hanking K through 2 and Hoffman as 3 through 5. And on the western third, you have Glen Grove and Westbrook. And then each of these are going to go to one of 2 middle schools. Now the boundary isn't like an exact straight line, but for the most part, it's split into north from Lake Avenue north between Lake and Willow, and between south of Lake to Golf Avenue. And so if you're at Lake Avenue and south, you're probably in Springman Middle School. Up until the mid 2000s or early 2000s, Springman was the only middle school in Glenview. And even though Springman has been around since the 1950s, they just completed a huge renovation in 2023 or around 2023. And then if you are Lake up to Willow, you're likely at Attea Middle School, which was built in the early 2000s. And Attea is ranked as one of the top 100 middle schools of all of Illinois out of 2,500 schools. And right outside, just north of the school, is what we call Gallery Park. It's a giant multi-acre prairie with walking paths and a lake. So imagine looking out onto this from going to lunch and going for recess and having that be part of your daily activity. Imagine what that can do for your mind and body and the positive environment that your kids would have during the school day. It is important to note that there is a small section in the southeast part of Glenview that goes to Wilmette schools. And actually, this is one of the most affordable areas in East Glenview and has the lowest median prices for any other neighborhood that goes to New Trier High School, which is a top-rated high school. And so this would be elementary schools like Avoca West or Ramona, depending on where you live. So it's a great way to get into the top-rated New Trier High School and have half of the housing price compared to other neighborhoods that go to New Trier. Be sure to check out my video that I did talking about the different high schools in the area. And there's also a small portion in the northwest portion of Glenview that actually is split between Glenview and Northbrook schools. So it's important to know what school you're going to. If you want some strategies to get into your desired school, understand real estate pricing for each area, and help remove the guesswork of navigating all these variables on your own, send me a direct message, leave a comment, reach out, and I can give you resources like listing updates that pop up within boundaries of these schools. And we can even do what we call a one-on-one market education session, teaching you what it costs to be you in each of these areas. So be sure to send me a message, leave a comment, reach out, share this video with someone who you love and know that would need to help navigate Glenview or the North Shore schools. And we can help you find where home meets happy.